Hello, in this video we learn about the functions, modules, scopes and also return functions. Okay, functions and modules, scopes and return functions, and some programming also. First of all, what is function? Okay, function is similar to a program that consists of a group of statements that are intended to perform a specific task. Okay, interview question is what is function? Means a function is similar to a program that consists of a group of statements. The group of statements can be anything, either can be if loop or for loop, whatever the statements is there, and that are intended to perform a specific task. Okay, some task you have to perform. Function is similar to a program that consists of a group of statements. This is a simple definition. Defining function in Python allows you to encapsulate a block of code, given it name, and reuse it through the program. Okay, main advantage of function is this. So is that you can use if you declare a function, and you can use that function in anywhere in a program. Okay, you can reuse it. Okay, if you write a function, you can reuse it anywhere in the program. So that's the main advantage. Function helps make your code more modular and maintainable. Here, how you define a simple function. We have to declare function in Python using def. Definition means shortcut of definition, function name, and parameters. Okay, simple definition. Okay, how to create function in Python? Just simple using def here. Okay, def is definition, like definition here. Shortcut def, function name, and whatever function name you can give it, and some parameters. Whatever the parameters you have to pass to the data, to the body. Okay, and these are the function definition. Is it function definition? The def keyword used to define a function. You follow it with the name of function, parenthesis, and colon. Okay, function name, whatever you can give it. Okay, function name, and the naming convention is use lowercase letters or underscores like this one. Okay, and parameters are optional. I can write or doesn't matter. Inside the parentheses you can specify 0 or more parameters, or also called arguments. Parameters acts as inputs to your function. Okay, it acts as, if you want to send a data to the inside a function, you have to send through parameters only. Okay, and you can use them within function body. For example, define numbers like this one. Okay, docstring means just the what we call just the information about that one, information about the function. It doesn't, it optional one. Function body, whatever the right inside your function is nothing but the function body. Function body is like the within the after colon. Okay, and return statement is optional. You can use return statement to specify the value that function should return. Any function return some value. Okay, so you have to return some value, so you have to return that value using this statement, return statement. Okay, you can use the return statement to specify value that function should return. If function doesn't return, you can omit the return statement. Doesn't return anything, you can omit the return statement. So simple example, you will see this is a simple example here. Definition, calculation of the function name is a numbers here. Okay, parameter is a parameter, and this is a doc string. Calculate the average of list of numbers. Just the information about the function. Okay, what you are doing. That's it. Simple. In double quotes, you have to write the doc string. This information, it doesn't matter. It's an optional one. So here we are finding some average total numbers. Okay, sum of the numbers using some method here, and numbers, and average equal to total by length numbers is the body. Okay, is whatever this is some group of statements here. You can say function is nothing but a group of statements performing some specific task. Okay, here returning average here. Okay, we get some value, average value, and we're returning that. What is that? User return statement means every function returns some value. So if you want to use, if you want to return that value, you have to use return statement here. Okay, return average. You can call this function by passing list of numbers. Okay, Python numbers. Okay, numbers we have passed in list. This one is a list one, and result equal to, whenever we are using return, we have to store the value. Okay, we are stored in some variable. Okay, that value is to store some variable. Return its value, and that value should be stored in some value. Here we are storing result. Okay, I will tell you difference between the in a program. What is the difference between the return and without return? Okay, and print average here, result here. Okay, this is some basic structure. Okay, remember how this just remember basic structure. It's a definition, function name, and parameter. Okay, parameter and some group of statements here. Okay, we have write group of statements here with return statement here. Okay, that's a basic structure, and parameters and return values. And you have to remember the function parameters means are variables that are defined within the parenthesis of a function definition. Here this is a name is definition, greet is a function name, and name is a parameter. Okay, parameter variables that are defined within the parenthesis of a function definition. They act as placeholder for the data that will be passed into the function when it is called. Whatever the data we have to pass it to the body, we have to write in the parameters. And also there is one thing called arguments. Arguments nothing but the values passing to the parameters. Okay, this is argument here. here alias is there. Alias we call as argument. Argument is nothing but the value passing to the parameter variable. Okay, parameters are nothing but variables, and arguments are nothing but the argument is nothing but the values passing to that parameter. This here greeting alias is the argument here. Okay, you have to understand difference between the parameters and the arguments. Okay, function parameters are variables, simple. Function and parameters are variables that are defined within this parenthesis of a function definition. And also function arguments is nothing but the values passing to this parameter. Okay, this here alias is a value is passing to this variable, parameter variable. Okay, that is nothing called, we call them as arguments. Okay, here simple, here simple function we are defining, and we are giving output here print statement, using print statement, and we are calling this function with an argument here. Okay, greet alias is an argument here. Okay, because we are passing this alias value to this parameter. So alias, okay, whatever the value passing through the passing through that parameter is nothing but an argument. Okay, so here function, okay, return values, function parameter return values. Function can also return values using return statement. The return statement used to send a result back to the caller. Okay, here example, something return values stored in some, always return values should store in some variable. Okay, so store in some variable to print that output return. What the value we return, we have to, before returning the value, we have to store that variable in the return in some variable here. Okay, in the example, square function takes a single parameter and computes a square here. Okay, these are simple, just simple definitions. These are things, just go through it. We will do some programming so that you will get some clear idea, basic programming things. Okay, basic programming. Okay, write a program that function accept two values and find their sum. Okay, sum are, okay, to find their sum. Okay, write a program that function accept two values and find their sum. Observe your definition. Okay, function, you came function sum, whatever sum, and parameters we are using a comma b. Okay, and colon. These are the a and b are parameters here. Okay, and what you got, c is equal to a plus b. Okay, c is equal to a plus b, and enter, print sum is, how do I know print sum is, comma c. Okay, we are printing this output in here. Okay, so now we are not using return here. Okay, simple, we are not using return here. Okay, c is equal to a plus b, and now we are calling this function. Now just use sum comma 4 comma 3. Okay, 4 comma 3 are arguments, a and b are parameters, 4 and comma 3 are arguments. Simple. Okay, sum 4 comma 3. What will the output? Sum is 3. Okay, like this simple thing. Okay, 4 plus 3 7, sum should be 7 here, sum is 7 here. See, observe. So simple thing. Okay, we are so like this we have to define function in Python. We have to use definition here, def, and function name, and some parameters here. Okay, passing to the function body, and this call we have to call this sum with arguments. Okay, 4 comma 3 are arguments, a and b are parameters. Parameters nothing but the variables, arguments are nothing but the values passing to the parameters. That's the simple. Okay, we did not use return statement here. Without return statement we are using. Okay, without return statement we are using function. Okay, we are calling this function with arguments. This simple definition. Next thing is write a program to find sum of two numbers and return the result to the function. Now we have to return the result to the function. Okay, earlier we did not return any value, but now we are returning the value here. How we return the value means, we will take another function here. Okay, observe here, another function we will take it. Definition, we use it as subtraction. Okay, subtraction x comma y. Okay, and colon z is equal to x minus y. Okay, z is equal to x minus y, and we will return function here, return z. Okay, so what does it mean, return, what the return statement means? Return statement always returns some value. Okay, whatever the function returns value, we have to, the value should return, the value should write in return statement. Okay, if we want to use the return statement value, first we have to store that value into the variable. Okay, result is equal to, okay, result is equal to sub 5 comma 3. Okay, what sub 5 comma 3 we do is we store in the result value. Okay, and we have to print the result here, print result here. Okay, simple thing. But earlier the sum function, we did not write any return statement here, because the value which is returning here, we are simply printing in the function itself. That's what, but in the this function, subtraction function, like sub x comma y, we are returning z here. Okay, the value, we are returning the value, this function returns some value, that value is nothing but z here. Okay, and that value we are storing this variable result here. Returning function value, any returning value we have to store in some variable to print that in output. Remember that. Okay, here result equal to sub 5 by 3 print result. Observe here, run python terminal. See, sum is 7 here, the sum is 7, this one, and the 2 is this subtracted result here. Okay, so here this sub is, okay, simple thing, sub is with return value, with return value sum without return, sum is without return here, without return. Just see, sum is without return 7 value with return value. Returning value should store in some variable, that is okay. Without returning value doesn't matter, you can store within the function as well. But if you want to return some every function returns some value, that's the value, what the value we have to write in return statement. Okay, and return statement have to store in some variable here, result variable. But some doesn't need, okay, don't need to store a variable, just directly you can write like this. You can call some function like this one. But sub function we have to store some variable here. Okay, because we are returning value now, that's the reason. So that's a simple thing. So write a program, okay, and write a function to test whether number is even or odd. Okay, to write a function to test whether number is even or odd. That means logic is nothing but nothing, simple, everybody knows that. It's n per number divisible equal to 0, it is even, otherwise odd. Simple thing. Okay, if you have to use if loop here. Okay? Next thing, okay, even or odd. Okay, definition, even underscore odd, write some parameter n. Okay, if n percentage by 2 equal to 0, print n is even. Simple, n is even. Else print, okay, print n is odd. Simple logic. Okay, we are using function even odd. So now we are returning, now we are writing n percentage by 2, we are not returning anything here, so directly it will print here. Okay, so like that one. Suppose if we even underscore odd 3, and next thing is we are passing arguments to okay, even underscore odd 4. See, the beauty of function is that we can use this function, with parameter anywhere in the program. Okay, whatever, whenever needed we can write it. Okay, whatever the logic is there, we have to write in this function only, so that you can use it anywhere in the reusability function. Main advantage of the function is the reusability. Okay, so here 3 is odd, 4 is even. Let's get the output here like this one. Okay, okay, n is odd. Okay, even in percentage way to n is even, 3 is odd. Oh, right, here we are not writing here n comma, not n comma, n comma. Okay, the simple thing. See, 3 is odd, 4 is even. Okay, 3 is odd, 3 and 3 is even, 3 4 is odd, 3. It, so it this is the argument we are passing to this parameter n value, and 3 percentage by 2 equal to not 0, so it prints 3 is odd. For 4 it prints 4 is even. Okay, so that's a simple program. we are not using any return statement. So you can use return statement also. If n percent was equal to return n, and you have to store that value in that value, so something like that. Okay, you have to do it. Okay. So next thing, write a function that calculates a factorial of a number. You know factorial means, no? Factorial, we have to write the program factorial of a number. You know factorial means 5 is equal to, okay, 5 into 4 into 3 into, okay, 2 into 1. What's the answer? 120. So this is the factorial. Okay, 5 factorial means 6 factorial means 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 7 means like that one. Okay, you observe here pattern. So minus 1 means every loop we have, so certainly we have to take 5 loops here, but every loop we have to decrease one number, decreasing one number here. So we have to write loop here and minus 1 and n equal to n minus 1, so that the every loop the number will be decreases. So like that you have to think it. Okay, in programming way you have to use while loop. So for 5 4 3 2 1 means decreasing every number, every loop one number will be decreasing, and the number you have to store it. Okay, so we have to write like this one, factorial number. Okay, first write factorial number. Fact, first you have definition fact, function name, number here, and any number. Okay, any number you can take it. Okay, write some x is equal to 1. Okay, x is equal to 1, just assign one variable, use while loop here, while loop, while n number. Okay, number, whatever enter a number, n greater than or equal to 1. Okay, n greater than or equal to 1. Okay, and so n greater than or equal to 1, x is equal to number. Okay, number x is equal to 1. No? X is equal to x into n. Okay, n minus equal to 1. So n equal to n minus 1. First n will be 1. Okay, and n will be 5 here. Suppose if you write factorial 5 here, 5 greater than or equal to 1, true. X is equal to x value 1 here, no, 1 into n, 5. Okay, x value will be 5 and n will be decreased 4 like x equal to 4, x equal to 3, x like that one. You will repeat the loop. Okay, and you have to print that here. Okay, print x here, print x now, print factorial is like that one, factorial is comma x value now. Okay, x here stored it, x value. Okay, print factorial of you write like this one, factorial of factorial of is, okay, and dot format. What's the value? First value factorial of n value, no, n comma x, n comma x here. Okay, n means the value we are passing factorial, x means the result value, print. We result value printing in x. Okay, simple thing. Okay, and observe here, now we will pass one some factorial. Okay, fact of 5, suppose how answer will be tasty. Okay, fact of 5, we are calling this function now, control S. See, factorial of 0 is 120, 0 is not 120, n comma 0. Okay, okay, factorial of 0 is 120. Otherwise you can write like this one. Okay, simple thing, just you take out this one, use return here, return factorial return, no, some value, the value should be x here, because x, the last value is x, no, so it will take some value, no, here, no, factorial is getting some value, the value is nothing but x here. Okay, that x nothing but the result of this factorial. Okay, this loop, we return the loop and store this x value, and while returning this function returns the value that nothing but x. Here we have to store that x in some value here. Okay, like x is equal to fact of 5. Just print x. Okay, print factorial is comma x. Simple. Factorial is x equal to fact 5. Fact of 5 return. Okay, we return x here. Okay, return x. Okay, see 120 here. Okay, see, suppose if you return facts of some 8, fact 8, so 8 goes to the 8 is an argument, and the argument passing to this parameter n become 8 now. 8 greater than or equal to 1, while loop repeating x equal to x value is initially 1 into 8, and n will decrement 1, 7, n becomes 7 now. So like that, 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 into 1, result will be, how will we see result? See, factorial is 4030. Okay, 4 is a factorial of 4. 4 3 are 12 to the 24 no. 4 24, yeah. CLS. You can use for loop also if you want the range. Okay, if you want the display factorial of first to 10 numbers like that one, you can use for loop here, range function. That also will do it. Okay, for for I in range function generate 0 to n minus 1 numbers. 0 to 11. Okay, it means it generates 0 to 10 numbers. Simple, we have to print it. That's it, simple, nothing. Print factorial is factorial of you use some parentheses here, these things, dot format I comma I means factorial, every factor 1 to 10 numbers, comma fact of I means we are passing this function here. We are calling the function. We are calling this function now here. The fact of I means factorial of I means the number every loop, and factorial of I is this function. Okay, this function we are passing here. Observe answer. What's the answer now? Control S. See, factorial of 0 1 1 2 2 3 4 like this one. Okay, 1 is 1. Okay, so like that. Okay, you can use this one. CLS. So there's a factorial problem. Write a function to check if a given number is prime or not. Write a function to check if a given number is prime or not. Prime numbers means which is not divisible. The number which is not divisible is nothing but the prime number. Prime numbers are 2 3 5 7 11 13 17 19 like that one. Is the number is not divisible by any number is nothing but the prime number. Okay, so same thing, same logic here. Observe. So we have to type a number, and we have type a number, and number should be whether to check whether prime or we have type a number from the keyboard, and number should be whether prime or not. Okay, to check whether it's prime or not. Simple. So use definition here. Everything is loop here. Loop, we have to write the loop in the function. N is nothing but the number we are passing, prime of n. To check if n is prime or not, first initialize x is equal to 1. Means if x is equal to 1, this will be 0 if not prime. Okay, for I in range function also we have to take it. Okay, for loop we have to take it for I in range, and now here we have to write 2 comma n. 2 comma n. N means whatever the passing the next number. 2 comma n. If you pass 5 means, suppose if you pass from the keyboard the 5 number here means n equal to 5. 2 comma 5 means 2, it repeats 3 loops. 2 comma 3 comma 4 like this one. Okay, so 2 comma logic. First I will write the logic here. Okay, for n, and if n percentage I equal to 0, x equal to 0. Okay, if anything is divisible there from x is equal to 0, else x is equal to 1, and we have to return this value. So return x. Okay, we have to return now. Yeah, we have to return this value after for loop and return x here. Return value. Okay, this function return value return x here. Okay, so now we'll explain logic. Suppose if you write suppose if you 5 right here. Okay, 5. Suppose if you take the number from the keyword is 5, here 2 comma n become 2 comma 5. Okay, and the loop repeats 3 like 2 3 5 4. N here means 4, n here means 5. No, we are passing 5 now, we are passing argument 5 to this parameter 5 now. So if 5 suppose division by I means it repeats 3 times. No, 2 comma 5 means 2 3 4 here, 2 comma 3 comma 4. Okay, so it won't divisible by these 3 numbers, 2 comma 3 comma 4 won't divisible here, 2 comma 3 comma 4. So it result else x equal to 1 here. Okay, x equal to 1 means it's not prime. Okay, x equal to 0 means it's a prime. X equal to 1 means it this will 0 if not prime. Okay, x equal to 1 means so if result equal to 1 num is prime. Sorry, if x is equal to 1 means it's a prime. Okay, x equal to 0 means not a prime. If x is equal to 1 means it's a prime here. Here because it's not divisible by 0, you are not getting remainder 0, so it will else x equal to 1. So it's so x is equal to 1 means it's a prime number. Okay, so it's x equal to 0 means not a prime number. Suppose if you n taken 6 here, 6 divisible by 2 here. Okay, if you 2 and 3 here, 2 and 3 is divisible by 6, you will get the remainder 0, so it's not a prime number. If you take 7 next, suppose prime number, it's not divisible, so it's a prime number. 8 is divisible by 2 and 4, so it's not a prime number. So like that. Okay, so 2 comma 3 comma 4, if it is 8 means it generate 2 3 4 5 6 7 like this one, 2 3 5 6 7, so like that one. 8 by 2 2 to 8 means 2 to 7 numbers, it repeats the loop. But the problem is that suppose if it divisible by first number 8 by 2 by 4, you have to break it because no need. If you once any number is divisible by then another number, so it's not a prime number, but basic thing. Okay, so for that you have to use break here. Okay, break statement here, x equal to 0, break here. Okay, simple thing. Use of break statement is means it breaks the loop. Okay, it will not repeat. Use of break statement is it breaks the loop. It won't repeat the loop rest of the loop. Okay, whenever you use break statement, if you got x equals 0 break means it breaks the loop. It comes out of the loop here. So that's the use of break statement. Okay, return x here. Okay, we are returning every function returns some value, and that value you have to return by using x, using return statement. Sorry, return statement. Now we will. Okay, this function finished now. So we have to take the input from the keyboard now. Okay, some take any num here. Num take the input now. Any input, input taking input int input. Okay, enter number, simple thing. And here so we are result have to store in some value. Result is equal to what we call prime of what's the argument you are passing in here, num. Okay, observe your number. Okay, this number whatever entering from the keyboard, we are passing that argument here. Okay, this is nothing but the argument passing to this parameter here. Okay, num here, and suppose if we are right now logic here, if result is equal to 1, print num comma is prime. No, print is prime, else print num comma is not prime. Simple. I hope you understand the logic here. Okay, prime number or not, 2 comma n. You know the range function generates 0 to n minus 1 numbers. Suppose if n is 5 means 2 comma 5 means it generates 2 3 4 numbers. It repeats 3 times loop. 2 2 goes to the side loop and it goes to the body and returns something, so like that. Okay, 3 times it repeats the loop. 2 comma, suppose if you give 6 means 2 comma 6 means 2 3 4 5. It generates 2 3 4 5 numbers and repeats the loop 4 times. It repeats the loop. Okay, so like that. If suppose if any loop is equal to 0, x equal to 0, it comes out of the loop and returns 0 here. If it is 0, it is not prime. If it is 1, it's a prime number. Simple. Okay, and we are entering the number from the keyboard. Okay, output. Observe here. So enter number here. See, I am entering 3 here. 3 is prime. Okay, 3 is not divisible by anything. Okay, prime. So like that. CLC. If you enter 4 here, 4 is not a prime because it's divisible by 2 number here. Okay, so like that. I have to understand this program. This is little bit complex. Main thing is I think you have to understand this, the return statements and the parameters, arguments. These are the main thing you have to understand. This is a function body you can learn later. Okay, they using if and for loop. This group of statements nothing but the function performing some task. Function is nothing but a group of statements performing some task. Okay, and also function is reusable anywhere in the program. So that's a simple function here. Write a Python program to understand how function return two multiple values. Okay, as of now you see we are returning only one value here. We can return two values also, not just one value. We can return two values. How we return, we'll see. Okay, we get two and multiple values we can return. We'll return three values. Okay, so definition, write some function. Okay, write function only fun. Pass some two values here. Okay, a comma b. A comma b, write c is equal to a plus b, and writes x is equal to a minus b. Okay, y is equal to a into z. So, okay, and so a into b here. Sorry, a into b. Okay, and we are returning now. Return c comma x comma y, because three values we are returning here. Earlier we are written only one value, but now we are getting three values here. It's possible now. Okay, and we are calling that function now. We have to store this value in some variable. Suppose result is equal to function 5 comma 3. Print, observe what happens, print result here. Okay, so 8 comma 2 comma 15. Okay, in parenthesis it output given in the parenthesis. Okay, so but I want I want different parameters. Okay, so you can write like this one, result to 1 comma like r1 comma r2 comma r3. So you can write here, you can store different value like this one. So print here. Okay, like sum is comma r1, control C here. Okay, control V, sub is r2 multiplication r3. Simple thing. You have to write like, you can write like this one also, like this. See, sum is 8, sub is 15. So you can, so multiple variables also you can assign. Okay, multiple variables also you can assign to the return function value. Okay, So that's about the function in programming. I hope you understand return statement or parameters, arguments, definition, function syntax in simple programs. That's enough as of now. And next thing is scope and global variables. Scope and global variables means what's the scope of the variable throughout the program. So local scope means variables defined inside the function. Whatever a variable defined inside the function have local scope. They only accessible within that function. Okay, local variables are created when the function is called and are destroyed when the function exists. When the function exists, local variables will destroy. Okay, local variables will destroy when function exists. Try to access. Okay, simple definition. We'll see what is the local scope and global scope. Global scope means it available throughout the program. Local scope means it available only through the function only. Suppose if you write here x is equal to 1, it's a global scope. Okay, and you write another one definition function, simple function. Okay, here x is equal to 3. Okay, here x is equal to 3 is all, it's only print x here, print x local variable, that is local variable is x here. Okay, you come out of the function here now. You come out of the function and now here print global variable here. Okay, print global variable comma x. Okay, see, observe here x is equal to 3 is a local variable because we are declaring inside the function. When we exit out of the function, this variable will destroy, but local variable or the global variable would destroy it because it outside the function we are assigning this value to this global variable here. Okay, what's the output now? Here global variable only your output because local variable will die or when x variable when function exits. Okay, this local x will be die here. Observe, control S. See, global variable 1 now. Okay, global variable is 1 now. 1 now, but you can call if you want to access, if you want to view local variable number like this one, you can call the function, simple thing. See, local variable is 3 and global variable is 1 here. Okay, because we are calling the function within function local variable because we can't local variable is a first preference for the variable. Okay, if you say the variable is same outside the global variable and the local variable are same one, so for function local variable is a preference one. If you did not assign this local variable, suppose, so global variable acts within function, suppose. Okay, print output here. Okay, see, both are 1 now. Observe here. Okay, so global variable can access outside the function, inside the function, outside the class, because anywhere you can access a global variable. That's the meaning of the global. Whereas the local variable can access within the function or class, whatever you are assigning. Okay, here global variable, this one, it can action inside the function and outside the function here. Okay, local variable is 1, global variable is 1. Suppose if you write x is equal to 3 inside local variable, then the preference goes to the function only inside. Okay, the local variable is 3, global variable 1, because preference goes to the inside variable inside the function only. The main preference will be given instead of the global variable here. Okay, and also if you want to give global variable to the, suppose if you I have mentioned here x is, suppose z value here, some value here is mentioned here, z equal to 1, something like that. Sorry, x is equal to 1 here, then x is equal to 1, something like that. If you want to give global variable, global status to the inside function local variable, just you have to write global keyword here like this one. Global x equal to 3. Now x becomes global here now. Okay, global x equal to 3 means x becomes global here now. You can write x here. Observe your answer. Global scope. Okay, variables defined outside of any have global scope. They can be accessed from in the code, as I told you. To explicitly declare a variable as global within a function, you can use a global keyword. This tells Python that you want to work with a global variable of the same name rather than creating a new local variable. Okay, rather than creating new local variable. So like this one. So if you want to use this x, instead of creating local variable, you have to use this z. You have to use global keyword here like this one. Okay, suppose here if you x is equal to 1, you have given here. Okay, I want to use this x is equal to 1. Instead of creating another x here, I want to use this x as global. You have to use x means you have to use just global. You have to declare global x. Okay, now local variable is x means this x we are given globally. Okay, suppose if you change this x number, suppose if you change this x is equal to 3, if you write here means, observe what happens. Print okay, change the number, change the global num, comma x. Okay, so now the output. Okay, we are assigning global variable x equal to 1, and we want to give status to the global variable. Local variable also we have to give status to the global means we have to use global keyword x here. Okay, x means here in global x, we can change the value and see the output. Here the outside the function also it gives the, here outside the function also it gives the this change number only here. Control S. See, local variable is 1. See, 1 here. Okay, and the change of global num is 3 here, and the global variable is also 3 here now. So this 1 is now nothing here. This x is equal 1 has changed now because we have used it inside the function. Instead of writing x equal 3 here, you can use this function and change the value. You can change that variable name, variable value. Sorry. Okay. See, local variable is 1, change it to local num, and global variable also num. Suppose if you take out this x is equal to 1 here, observe what happens. Control S. Observe what happens. Change the global num is 3 and x is 1 here. Okay, because global value give preference. If you want to use a global variable inside the function, you have to just assign keyword global variable. Okay, that's it. Simple. I hope you understand the global difference between the local and global variables. There's something, that's it. But make sure use the limit. No, you should limit the global variables. Okay, you have, because it generally considered good practice to limit the use of global variables because they can make code harder to understand and maintain. Okay, instead to use local variables and pass data between functions using function arguments and return values. Okay, in case where you do local variables, use discrete printers and avoid naming conflicts. So like simple thing. Okay, that's about the difference between the global scope and local scope. Now introduction to modules and libraries. Modules is nothing but whatever simple single program is nothing but a module. Whatever we have done earlier programs, each program is nothing but a one module. And library is nothing but a group of modules are nothing but libraries. Group of modules called as libraries. You can call packages also. Group of modules is packages, and group of packages are libraries, or group of modules you can call as libraries. Whatever. So modules and libraries are fundamental type concepts in Python and other programming languages. They play a crucial role in structuring, organizing, and reusing code. Okay, and how to create module. You can create your own module by simply creating python.py file and writing code in it. Okay, a simple thing. For example, you can create a module about this my module.py. We'll see what's the, we can create 4 types of modules here like this one. Okay, so like this, import my module, import one. If you want to, I will tell you with an example here. Suppose first.py is there, no? This first.py is one module as of now. Okay, define uh, function name sum a comma b. Okay, sum a comma b, c is equal to a plus b. Okay, and print sum is comma c. Okay, this one function. Another function will write create. Okay, another function definition, this one sub. Okay, subtraction x comma y, z is equal to x minus y, and we are returning z here. Okay, we are not typing, returning z. In first function we did not return anything, but in second function we return z value. Okay, so this is a simple function in the, this is nothing but one module. We call everything is one module. Module consists of classes, variables and functions. Group of modules are nothing but the libraries. So that's a simple definition. Control, we are saving it, and we are creating one more file here, new file, some what we call, right, add.py, whatever. Okay, add.py. Okay, so now we have to import it, this first.py file. Okay, there are 4 ways to import. Why we are importing means, we have to, if we want to use these functions, this sum function and the sub function, we have to import this file. Okay, how to import? There are 4 types, there are 4 ways to import here. Import my module means import module name, this simple module name. What is the module name here? First. Okay, first is a module name. Just write here import first. Okay, import first, simple, we are importing now. Next thing we have to use that. Okay, we have to use this sum function. Just call sum 2 comma 3, that's it. Sum 3 comma 2, whatever, simple, that's it. Observe here. Okay, just if you're calling sum 3, because we are importing first now, or you can write it first dot sum, module name. What is the module name here? First.py. We are writing sum function and sub function, and we have to use this another file. Okay, we are using import first, and we are using this first sum, first.sum 3 comma 2, and also we result is there, no, x is equal to first dot sub 5 comma 3, because in sub function we are returning value here, there 5 comma 3, print x, simple. Okay, in in sum function we are not returning any value, just we are printing here in function itself, whereas in sub function we are returning value, and returning whatever returning value we have to store in some variable here. Okay, to print output here, simple thing. Control S. Observe here, run Python file in terminal. Yeah, we are getting now. Add.py. See, sum is 5, subtraction is 2 here. Sum is 5, print sum 3 comma 2. Okay, because we are importing this module name, first.py module name. We have first.py module name here. Okay, and add.py is the program we are doing. First.py is there, we are doing here, we are importing this file name. Okay, file name. Another thing is, you can use alias name also, using f. Instead of using first here, use alias name here, first as f, something like that one. Alias name use as f. So instead of you writing all everything, you can use f here like this one. This is another thing to import. Control S. See, is another way of importing. Same thing. Sum is 5, 2, subtraction is 2. 2 means subtraction 5 minus comma 3. So like that. And another way also is the import from my module import star. From my module import star. If you write like this, from my module means like this one. From import name, from my module means first. Okay, import star here. If you write star here like this one, okay, if you write star like this one, you no need to write f dot here like this one, just use some, just directly you can use it. Okay, simply. Okay, Control S. See, sum is 5 2. Okay, you can write, this is a third way of importing. Another way of importing is from my model import, you can write function name is here. Okay, just I want to import only add function, so suppose I don't want to use sub function, just use import add and just remove this one. Simple, that's it. Yeah, CLS. not import add here, import sum here. Okay, sorry, import sum here. Okay, sum, just functions only. If you want only some particular functions you are writing, just import sum here. Control S, sum is 5 here. Okay, if you want to add include a sub hash, if you want to multiple, if you want to include all functions, use star here. Otherwise you can use particular functions here name here. Okay, there's a 4 ways to importing. These are 4 ways are there to import a file. Okay, to import a file to your program to reusable purpose. That's the import library. Library is nothing but a group of modules. Single program is nothing but a module. A group of modules is nothing but a library or package. A library is also known as Python library. Python standard is a collection of modules that are distributed with Python. There are some inbuilt libraries are there, like math, OS, datetime, random, request. These are inbuilt libraries. So as of now, we will use this one. This simple import math. This import libraries are there. If you want to perform square root means simple one. Control V, add.py. See 5. Result will be 5. Square root of 25 is 5 now. So like that. So simple. This is a library, inbuilt library. Okay, we are accessing inbuilt library here. So simple thing. Okay, there's a simple thing. We can create our own library or our own package. That's a different process. As of now, just this is enough. How to import what is module. Module is nothing but a single program. Single whatever you are writing a program. Single program nothing but a module. Library is nothing but a group of modules or packages. How to import module? We have seen with an example. 4 ways to import it. Okay. In result is and Python standard library extension and coverage wide of tasks. Additionally, you can install third-party libraries using PIP. There are other libraries that pip to extend Python capabilities even further. Okay, these are the simple programming. So there is another procedure there to write packages, libraries, custom packages. We will see later. But as of now, just remember this importing. Okay, importing the 4 ways to import program. Import module name this one. Okay. The library is nothing but a group of modules. Okay, I hope you understand. Global scope, local scope, functions, modules, returning statement, parameters, arguments, and simple body functions. Okay, how to use functions, how to store the return value in a variable, and how to print in the output. Okay, these are the things. And the scope, local scope and global scope, difference between them, and the modules, libraries, and how to import a module. Means how to import a Python file. So these are. So there are simple things. So in the advanced sections we will see some different scenarios and the different packaging modules. Okay, different functions. Okay, and the different function process. Okay, just practice those 6 programs for the basic, to get idea, for basic idea. Right, that's it.